Hello, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Bloodstained Wings, and today, well, honestly, we're going to be doing a lot of things. The first thing we're going to be doing is testing my new capture card. The second thing we're going to be doing is painting a painting. Surprise! I bet you didn't see that coming. Alright, maybe you did, but you might not have seen this coming. This is a painting of a beautiful sky that it's a simple, easy sky, and then I actually pre-did underneath a acrylic painting of, well, you can kind of see it here. It's gold acrylic paint, and I did like a floating frame in the sky, and it's got these beautiful Art Nouveau wings on it, and I just thought it was really, really pretty. This idea was suggested to me by Kimma, who is one of my followers on Twitch, so thank you so much. If you guys want any suggestions for paintings that you think I should do or could do, or you want to challenge me with, please feel free, as always, to leave them in the comments, and I just might do them. You never really know. This was one that I was like, ooh, that's a good idea, and it won't take too much time, and it'll look good, and I can practice Art Nouveau. For anyone who doesn't know, I really love Art Nouveau. I'm just not very good at it. Anywho, let's get to painting. Okay, so this painting, I talked about in the intro probably, is actually an idea suggestion from one of my followers on Twitch. Hi, Kimma. I don't know if Kimma's gonna watch this video, but that's who suggested it. And it was a basically floating stained glass window in the sky. So I'm going to be trying to paint that. I am also testing a new camera and a new room setup, so hopefully this looks good still. That's my plan. My plan is for it to still look good. So, we're gonna start with our canvas prepped with the liquid clear, and then I'm actually going to get some titanium white, and I'm gonna just cover this whole canvas with a super thin layer of the white, essentially making this liquid white. This is for if you don't want to buy a can of liquid clear and a can of liquid white, you just want to buy one and save yourself a whole heck ton of money. That's what I do. I also don't use the liquid white. You can use the liquid white or the liquid clear. I tend to use goop, which I've explained many times on my stream and on my YouTube videos. It is the Neo Maglyp from Gamblin. If you would like to use it for yourself, please feel free. I'm not affiliated to anything at all, even slightly. Not that I am not open to that. Please, Gamblin, if you want to support me, please feel free to do so. I would love that. Yeah, I'm already noticing that there is a shadow here. I don't know what that's from. Okay, I think that's better. I think maybe that's better. I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, so I'm going to use the same brush that I was using the whole time, and I'm going to go into just a smidgen of the yellow. This is yellow ochre, and I'm just using a little bit of it. And now remember, the canvas does have white on it, as does my brush, so this is not going to be very strong. And I'm just going to add a little bit of yellow floating in and around here. I want to have like a little sun ray action going on. There's going to be some like cloud up here, but I want to have some sun rays kind of coming through here. I'm probably going to have to do this again because I want to add some like pinks to it and stuff, but we're going to start with a little bit of yellow. A little bit of yellow. Alright, we got a little bit of yellow. That's what we want. Now we're going to touch a little bit of the pink. And now I am going to add a little bit of some white back to my brush, just to make sure that it's pink. This is alizarin crimson. And following the same rays later, but not yet. We're going to start with the red up here. and just kind of using little crisscross strokes and little circles, kind of mash in this nice pink color. And then hopefully when we get over here, it's starting to look a little peachy, which is great. And then we can pull that color through with the yellow. Kind of give it that warm hint, just a hint of warmth. And I'm just going to blend these together over here. There we go. Just going to grab a smidge more of that pink color just to really get it over here, because I want to make sure before I go into the blue that there is definitely some pink going on. I'm going to grab a little bit more of it. And I'm just going to start applying it down here, because by the time we get to the blue, there's going to be no saving that. So if we want that to have those little sun rays, we got to get it now. All right, maybe a little bit more, just a smidgen more up here to kind of smoochy doos. That's words. Smoochy doos. You're welcome. This stream was brought to you by Smoochy Doos. Alright, it wasn't. That's not a word. Okay, so we now have kind of a little bit of yellow in the middle, some pink on the outside. We're now going to get into the blues. So I'm just going to very gently, just oh so gently touch the blue. Alright, and I'm going to grab white as well to make sure that it is very soft. Alright, now I've only just touched the blue. Just barely kissed it. And I'm going to start up here and just kind of work that in a little bit to give us a little background, because we're gonna put some fluffy white clouds on top of this, but we want to have a base to start from. All right, and now we're just gonna have a little fluffy cloud base down here for everything to exist on top of as well. Need a little bit more blue. Just be very gentle with your blue. Be oh so gentle. Like that Bjork song, it's oh so quiet. Shh, shh. Till another big riot. Ba-da-da. You touched the blue. Oh no, it's all over the canvas. Oh no. So what's the use? Oh no, of falling in love. I'm sorry. I spoiler. I like Bjork. Possibly more than I should. Possibly, maybe. But it's true. I do. I very much enjoy Bjork. So it's okay that these are kind of blurry, kind of splodgy. We're going to be going over this with a little bit of white to make some clouds. But I do want to make sure that the transition from one color to the other is nice and smooth. So I'm just going to blend this to kind of hope for a purple. Or at least a softness between the two colors. Yes, I think we achieved it. Excellent. All right, I think we have some sort of, because it even looks like this is coming through on this side, which is really nice. I think we've got that where we want it. Okay, let's get a little round brush and let's pop in some clouds. Get a fair amount of white on my brush, like a good fair amount of white on my brush. And I'm going to start in this section here where we have the sun rays coming out. and the big separation between the yellow and the pink. And I'm just gonna blend that bottom out of it really gently, making sure to not overwhelm the yellow. Really soft here. All right, and fluff the tops. Fluff the tops. There is our first cloud, looking snazzy. I am also going to take a little bit of white, just reinforce some of these lines a little bit. Just to really give it that sunlight is coming from somewhere kind of thing. I'm gonna blend that out so that hopefully it still maintains a little bit of yellow. There we go. Yes, okay. Now we can go back into our main big brush here and we can apply some more clouds. So let's have a cloud. Dancing in the moonlight. Apparently this is just going to be a singing stream. And by stream, I mean YouTube video. I don't know what's going on today with me, but I thought we would do a nice soft little thing. I know what it is. I watched a bunch of things today. And then that's really what it comes down to. I was working. I watched a Bjork video. I watched Heavy Metal 2000. No, not 2000. I watched the original Heavy Metal. That's right. With John Candy and Eugene Levy, which is a great movie if anybody wants to watch a great animated Canadian film. Because that's what that is. It's a Canadian film and it's animated. Spoilers, it's not for children. It's legitimately not for children. So, just, you know. Don't say I didn't warn you. But she said it was good. I did. Doesn't mean it's for children. Kind of like hell. Hell's for children. God, that's such a good song. That's Pat Benatar. For anybody who doesn't know. And you shouldn't have to pay for your love with your bones and your flesh. No, hell is for children. Okay, anyways, I'm sorry. It really is going to be a singing stream. This is a stream, just a singing video. That's that. We have moved on. We have accepted that that is what this is. This is just all singing all the time. It also doesn't help that I was singing Nightwish earlier today as well. This actually gives you a really good idea of all the music that I listen to in my life. Just on a regular day-to-day. What was BSW listening to today? Well, I was listening to some Bjork, some Legend of Zelda. I watched heavy metal. I also, actually this morning I started with My Dying Bride. For anybody who wants some real depressing music. That's how I started my day. I don't know, it came on and I was like, yes, I do want to listen to this. I'm going to actually have this one go like that. Just really pop on up there. Yeah. What else was I listening to today? I don't know. Oh yeah, did I mention Bjork? I don't know. I mentioned Bjork and I don't know, all kinds of things. Oh, Pat Benatar. I don't know. But that's a pretty good synopsis of I listen to a lot of things. If you want more music recommendations, go follow a music reviewer. Not me. I'll just be like, yeah, give it a go, like it. Oh, you know what else I was listening to today? I was also listening to Rush. It's true. Because I really like YYZ. P.S. It's not YYZ. It's YYZ. Fresher. Fellow Canadians. Yes. Americans. What? And then, like, most people who are like, what the heck are you talking about? And I'm like, it's a Rush song. It's the best Rush song of all time, in my opinion. And in anybody else's opinion who doesn't like the vocalist for Rush, then they will also say that that is their favorite song. Because he doesn't sing in that song. Hey! I'm going to add just a smidgy of one, I think, right here. Just because I think it should. Just because I think it should. Yeah. By the way, if you're doing this painting, if you're painting along, this is a great way to practice skies. Just paint one. Just paint a sky. That's how you get practice at it. Realistically, if there's anything that you're having trouble with, practice it. I was having trouble with cabins for a really long time, and then my mom was like, paint me winter cabins, and now after painting winter cabins for a year, I'm not so bad at cabins. I'm not great at it, but I'm not bad at it. Should we do little tiny birds? I always feel the need to add tiny little birds to my skies, just to really bring home the fact that they're skies. So what I'm doing here is I'm mixing not yellow ochre, oh my god. Mixing alizarin crimson with phthalo blue to make a nice purple. And I'm thinning it down a whole heck of a lot. So it is very thin. Basically like an ink. And I've got it just on the tippy tip of this little brush. And I'm just going to do little like W's, you know, classic W style. W, maybe a little M. M. That's how you know they're birds. Because they're an M or a W. See? Maybe a few like in here. Just like tucked away at the bottom. They're in their own little cluster here. There you go. Yeah, birds. Now, if you were really skilled, you would, you know, do more than just W's and M's, but, you know, keep it simple sometimes. All right. So let's do the big reveal, right? So in the middle here, I actually have drawn and prepped underneath an acrylic painting. It is acrylic. It's not gesso. It's acrylic. And I did it of some Art Nouveau, like stained glass angel. Yes. Oh my god. That looks really cool, actually. Genuinely very thrilled with how that looks. And the painting is done, so that's very convenient. I was thinking about maybe adding color to our stained glass because it's really just glass at this point and not stained glass. It's not stained at all. It's just glass. But I haven't decided, and I think I like it the way it is. If I want to add more, added it in here. Okay, if I didn't want to add more, not wanting to add more, here is the ending for this painting. But if I did add more, I hope you enjoyed it, because I certainly did. Absolutely, I believe in myself. So thank you guys so much for joining me again today. I hope you guys have a wonderful time. I know this was a very short painting, unless I did the extra stuff, and then maybe it's long, who knows. But I was just testing out my new camera, so I hope that it worked out good for you. I hope you guys didn't notice any difference whatsoever. I think it's a very smooth, I hope it's a very smooth transition from one thing to the other. Thank you so much to all of my Patreons for supporting me and keeping this going. I really appreciate you guys so much. And I will see you guys next time. Remember that you are loved and you deserve to be loved, and I will see you next week. Mwah!